Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlueSync on Thursday, August 20th. A little bit of a light group today, but I'm guessing we have a lot of late summer vacations. Some of you probably have kids back in school. Mine still have a couple weeks to go until after the Labor Day holiday. I can't believe we're here at the end of the summer, but it's where we're at. So let's talk about Schmidtelligence today. A couple weeks ago, I think it was a late Friday, you guys got an email with our new app. And so this app is meant to make your life a lot easier when it comes to searching for Schmidtelligent assets for your agents. Before, you would have to go to the completed assets Google Drive. You'd have to scroll and scroll and scroll, find the agent's name. If you hadn't refreshed, you might not see what you need to see. So this will make everybody's lives much easier when it comes to finding your agents assets for Schmidtelligence. So this is what the app looks like. I was actually in there earlier. Let me clear that out. So you'll see that there's two options. You have listings, which will be every single listing that we have. And then an agents tab, which again, every single agent. But instead of having to scroll now, you can search. So say we want to search for somebody I kind of know a little bit. So Jeff Scott right here, and then it'll say view agent folder. Now you're going to see probably yourselves, you're going to see other staff. This is a feed from Moxie. So anybody that's in account tech that feeds to Dash will feed to Moxie, will feed to Schmidtelligence. You'll simply not have a link to their drive if they don't have any assets. So they're just kind of in there. It's a little bit of white noise, but with the search functionality now, it's kind of nice because you can go immediately where you need to. And then when you click view agent folder, it launches you directly into that agent's folder. So it's in the completed assets, just like you used to go to that agent with the identifier being the phone number. So that's if we have two John Does, the phone number is the identifier. And then it takes you directly into all of their listing assets. It gives you the last time that they were updated, and really it lets you get to where you need to go quickly. So it's a really nice feature on Schmidtelligence. So if you're looking for an agent or if you're going right into that listing, so you know it's Jeff's listing, but you really just want to go right to that property because you want to print a flyer or there's an open house or whatever it might be, you can simply search by address, the city, if you're looking for everything, say in Holland, or the listing ID, which is actually not the MLS number. It is the Moxie listing ID, but you can search by MLS number as well. I thought I had that in there, but it's not pasted. So you can actually search by the MLS number as well. So any one of those things, say you know it's on Main Street. If you type in Main, you're going to get all the main streets. There may be listings in here without assets. That could be for many reasons. It could be because they came into the system already pending, so it didn't trip assets. It could be because they didn't have 10 photos. It could be that it was an active listing from a long time ago that's still active, but assets were never created. So if you are looking for assets for, say, oh, that's a bad example, for 2489 Main Avenue, you don't have the asset folder here and you need assets generated, all you have to do is shoot me an email. There is an actual side part of the app that allows me to regenerate. The reason why we don't have that opened up is because it does actually, it could break Schmidtelligence if not treated properly. So until we feel a little bit more comfortable with some of those safeguards on the program, it'll be just ran through me to regenerate the assets, but it takes all of 2 seconds. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. If you're like, hey, agent put an open house on Wednesday, it's now Thursday, so it had that 24-hour feed time and those open house assets aren't in there. First thing you want to do is check Moxie to make sure the open house did feed from the MLS, and then just shoot me a quick G-chat, email, text, phone call, whatever you want to do. I go in here and regenerate those assets, and usually within 15 to 20 minutes, the folder appears. So don't hesitate to reach out if you're not seeing the asset folder that you need, or if you have like a price change or an open house or something. It's accurate in Moxie, but the Schmidtelligence assets haven't been regenerated. Just reach out. We'll force that regeneration and get that information in there. But it's an important step to check Moxie first because that's where all the data for Schmidtelligence feeds from. So if it hasn't gone through that MLS to Moxie feed first, it won't generate new Schmidtelligence assets. If it's been in the MLS and it's been, you know, a couple of hours, maybe even overnight, and it's not reflecting in Moxie, that is when we have to reach out to the Moxie support desk to have them refresh that listing. As soon as it populates in Moxie, we can then regenerate the assets. I see I have a question. So let me pop over to my other screen. I am not able to generate an asset with less than 10 photos. Great question. It has to have 10 photos. If it's a vacant land and there's only 3, assets will not be created. That's because through all the very many different assets that we have, the most photos that pull are 10. If you don't have 10 photos, there'll be blank spots. The system's been told to not generate any assets. So have to have at least 10 photos enabled to generate any assets in Schmidtelligence. So great question there. So again, 310 East Main, view property assets, that will pop open this folder. I do highly recommend if you keep completed assets open, it's on your tab, you're going there frequently. Even though you click the link from the app, hit the refresh button quick, because if it's saved into your browser's cookies and cache, even though you're clicking the link, it may not actually update the assets in that view. So again, if you don't have completed assets open, your browser's been refreshed many times and you click the link, you're fine. But if you have an old tab open with that completed assets folder, it may revert back to the historical cookie. So just make sure you click that refresh before you're trying to find this images that you need. One last thing I'd like to point out is we've already shared about the horizontal flyer that we have for all of our assets that allows us to print those for our window displays with the QR code. We now have a vertical option. It was approved 2 days ago, so it's not quite been built out yet. It hasn't gone live yet, but I think as early as next week, you'll start seeing those vertical flyers populate into the listing asset folders with a QR code. So any of you that have the vertical window displays will be able to utilize those. Those will look like, let me pop one open. Yay, I see all the clapping. I love it. So let me go ahead and just pop into an agent. And so when you go into the agents folder for that property, say you're looking for this one to print, it is going to be available in the flyers. So you'll see the horizontal option is here. It's going to be flyer 1. So it's not quite there yet, but it will be flyer 1, and that QR code will be right here. So it's going to be the same flyer, the same setup. It's just going to have that QR code, so then you can use those for your vertical displays. So again, not quite built out yet, but did want to share that that design was approved. The dev team first put the QR code up here. It didn't really look right. It was cutting off some of the photos. So we did figure out here, even if you have a longer name or whatever, we figured out how to get it fit right there. So as soon as that is live and active, I will be sure to send out a note so that everybody is aware. But in the meantime, if you haven't been to the app, please check it out. It is app.schmidtelligence.com. And then you have your toggle here. It's a little bit redundant, but that's because the other side of the app actually has more options up here. So toggle between agents and listings. Again, if you are looking for an agent, you can do it by phone, you can do it by email, or you can do it by name. So say you want to look up, and sorry, Kim, you're just in my screen here. I can see you. So I keep picking on Holland. But if you're looking up for Bernie, you just type in Merkel and you'll see that you have all of these options. So it's going to pop anything that name is found in the name or in the email. You can search by phone number as well. So say that you wanted to look up for Dave or Emily Garcia, also Holland agents, you could do Garcia, and that's going to give you every Garcia. Now, there is no agent Google Drive link here for these particular people because they're on a team. So if you're looking for teams, it gets a little bit more difficult to search for those options. So in that point, just pull that phone number. It'll go right to them. Find the team that you're looking for, click that link, and it goes right into their drive with all of their assets. So a lot of different ways to search. If you're not seeing what you need to see, just try a different way. So the phone number is going to be the main phone number that is in Moxie. So if you're interested to know which phone number to search for, just pop over to Moxie, find that agent or team, and that's the phone number that will populate. So I appreciate your guys' time today. I am going to link this app through the Get Schmidt Done Square in Schmidt Resources. It's not there yet, but it will be in there by the end of the day. So if you don't have that saved in your browser, you'll be able to go over to that Get Schmidt Done Square and make sure that you can always click on it from there to launch it. So thank you guys so much for your time today. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye now.